Dom de Marco, Dom de Marco.
All right, forget all that, man. It's my birthday, man. Stop playing.
Down the Marco. Down the Marco.
All right, what's good, man? What's going on, everybody? I popped on. I will more than likely not be able to do anything later because it's my birthday today. I got a bunch of stuff that's going on. Believe it or not, I got a dentist appointment in the morning, which is crazy, but it is what it is. And a bunch of other stuff going on. So needless to say, I know that I won't be able to do anything. Like no podcast, no nothing. So I decided to just come on real quick and just do some observation and then go to bed. All right. So if you guys, any of you who were present or new to the platform, this is TeamAlliance. This is a live market observation. So we take a look at the charts on the platform that we trade on, which is NADEX. NADEX is a very powerful platform that allows you to trade a very powerful instrument called binary options. The binaries on NADEX are special. They're not like the traditional binaries that you may be used to or many of you may have heard of before. It's not that. These binaries are different. They allow you to really just simplify trading. If you're correct about where the market ends when the binary expires, you make money. And if you're not correct, you lose whatever money that you had at risk on the trade. So it's very simple. If you're correct, you make a profit. So that's the key. Be correct. Problem for people is that they don't be correct consistently enough to make money. And I mean over a period of time, over a span of time. People will win trades and they'll lose trades, yada, 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 back and forth, back and forth. And you can't build a career that way. You cannot build a career in trading if you're not consistently profitable when you trade. And that's just it. So you have to be profitable when you trade consistently. So what we do here on TA, on TeamAlliance, is we train. We train ourselves to observe the market and understand the movement of the market so that we know and can anticipate what the market is doing now. And then we can build around that. See, so instead of us looking for trades to take, trying to, chase money, we actually flip the whole dynamic around. We don't chase trades. We don't chase money. What we do is we observe the market with efficiency and learn how to interpret stability in the market so that we know the outcome of the movement in the market. And by us knowing the outcome of the market movement, we know the outcome of the trade. Simple stuff, man. It is simple stuff. So, in advance, I want to thank everyone that has and will wish me a happy birthday and all of that good stuff. It's much appreciated. Definitely. Definitely, man. But I ain't gonna front, man. Every day be like my birthday, though. Come on now. So I ain't gonna do nothing different than I normally do. It's gonna be the same stuff that I normally be doing, you know? But yes, I'm grateful and thankful for another year. All right. So let me see what we got in the building. Stacy is here. What's up, Stacy? I see Maui Jeff. Jelani's in the building. Charles. SG is here. I see Bilal, Kelly Phillips, Phil Drake, Reginald Brown is here. I see Mr. Runt. Walker's in the building. Ken Taylor. Who else I see? Oh, I see Nico too. What's good, Nico? Yeah, thank y'all definitely for the kind birthday wishes. You guys are awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah, I went to the spot that I like to go to get my occasional bottle, and they ain't have it. I was like, what? Dude tried to talk about, oh well, you can go to another location. I said, nah, I don't do that. I said, I came here, y'all don't have it, so I just ain't gonna have it yet. That's it. Like I don't do second locations. You know? Yeah, that's just me though. Yeah, trying to send me somewhere else. I'm like, I'm not trying to go somewhere else. You ain't got it? All right. I just won't have it right now. I get it later. Yeah, but so let me go ahead and take a look. Richard, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys, when you come on, make sure that you give the video a like. If you're on YouTube and you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure that you do so. And also turn on your bell notifications. Also share the video, all of that good stuff. Right now we are streaming on 3 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. For the 1 or 2 people that might be on Twitter, make sure that you retweet, tweet. If you're on Facebook, make sure that you like and share the video. Also follow the TeamAlliance page on Facebook as well. Also, if you're not in the public TeamAlliance Facebook group, make sure that you join so that you're sure to get notified whenever I do a live. All right. So, I mean, as always, I always want to be able to provide some education. I was talking to someone earlier, someone that's new in the group. I forgot who it was, but um they were asking me a question, and I didn't understand the question because I wasn't able to see what they were looking at. And this brings me to one of the things that I want to make sure that everyone who is in the TeamAlliance group, and I mean like you're in training, like you're in the group chat with us, it is imperative that you record. You have to record. Why is that so important? One, if you're talking about something, I have no idea what you're talking about because I can't see what it is that you're talking about. So you're talking about whatever you're talking about, but I don't know what it is because I can't see what you're talking about. So the recording allows me to see what you're talking about. You got to record. Okay. There's free software online that you can use. One of them is called Screencast-O-Matic. It's the best one in my opinion. You can record either from your phone or you can do it on your computer, your laptop or your desktop or whatever. But it lets you record the screen, like everything. You can record what you're doing, so you can have the platform up, and you can be on your, showing me the charts, showing me the platform, showing me something specific, whatever it is, you can show me on the recording. So the person that I'm referring to, I told them to record. They sent me a recording right after that, and I was able to answer their question like that because I could see what they were asking me. So again, it is imperative that you record. All right. Imperative. Yes, indeed. Yeah, like I work for them, right? Yeah, yeah. Like they telling me, oh, okay, nah, go over to our other location. No. Nope. No, I will not. Yeah, so I immediately went elsewhere and got some dinner. Got a cocktail myself. Yep. Yeah, actually, I tried a little cocktail. It was good. It was it was a margarita. I wonder if I'm the only dude that drinks margaritas. I know margaritas like a female type of drink, but I like margaritas. I don't be caring. I be like, yeah, let me get that. Yep, I'm securing myself to drink a margarita. Shout out to me for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I of course I drink um stronger cognacs and stuff like that. But like I said, that's what I went for. They didn't have it. So I had to settle for a cocktail. But it was delicious. Yep, it was great. Yeah, on occasion, right. Exactly. Yeah, because I don't, like I don't drink like cognac with when I'm eating dinner, stuff like that, unless it's maybe like a steak dinner. But I don't mess with steak that much. Matter of fact, now I don't mess with steak at all. I actually have allergic reactions to beef. So I can't even mess with steak. But like cognac, the only meal I would eat and drink cognac with is like steak. But like anything else, nah, I want no cognac with that. You know? Oh, I feel better now. Phil said I'm not alone. Walker said with the umbrella and all. Oh snap. Oh snap. Stacy, that's exactly what I had. That's funny. That's what I had. It was called a Cadillac. Wow. Okay. Stacy knows of margaritas, I see. Yeah, but it was delicious. I was like, this is great. This is great right here. This go mighty nice with these wings. Yes, indeed. So I've been observing the market throughout the day, like intermittently. I wasn't really um observing like consistently for a period of time. I kind of was jumping on and off the platform. So I didn't really get a chance to observe all day, or I should say all day, like throughout the day. Because usually I have times, like blocks of times where I'll observe for, and it's always a quick observation. Like I do quick glance where I'm not sitting in front of the chart like this. Like I'm doing other stuff all day long. The alarm goes off. I'll take a look. And if there's nothing there, then I go back to what I was doing. So it really is a way for you to multitask by learning how to just observe the market quickly, which is something that we're trained to do here, you know. But yeah, so I wasn't observing all day. But the times that I was observing the market for, the market actually looked pretty good, but there just was no opportunity at the time. No opportunity at the time. Reginald, he just had a steak, huh? Yeah, that umbrella's crazy. He said with the umbrella in it. Oh, snap. Yeah. Oh, yeah. While you watching the clown pie people, yeah, that's a recipe for just laughing all day. That's funny. Jelani says Stacy like anything alcoholic. Oh, snap. That is funny. So y'all a bunch of lushes, huh? It's funny. I think I probably still have the same bottle from like 2 years ago. I'll be having a bottle of alcohol for years because I only drink on occasion, and it usually just be by myself because nobody else be wanting to drink what I be drinking. I don't know people it seems like most people don't like cognac. Like grown men like cognac to me. If you're a grown man, you should be drinking cognac. Like you should have some type of cognac, or what's another good a good type of liqueur, whiskey. Like those are masculine, manly drinks. If you're just in casual conversation and you know you're among other males in your presence, you should be drinking some type of whiskey or cognac. You know what I'm saying? Fellas, like we don't get together and drink margaritas together. You drink a margarita when you out and you just want something nice. But when we chilling, nah, it's cognac time. Come on now. It's cognac time. Yes, thank you. See, Jelani's on it. Nice bourbon. That's it. Right, with nothing in it. Yep, neat. Yep. Yeah, sometimes I will mix up like um depending on what the cognac is. Like there's a cognac that comes directly from France. It's called Armagnac. Woo. You talk about something that puts some hair on your chest. Like you got to be ready for that, boy. But the taste of it is delicious. Like it's so when you drink it, it hits your chest immediately. It's just immediate heat, but it's not like offensive heat, not like gasoline heat. Like when you drink Patron or like one of those type of liquors, that's gas heat. That's like going to the gas station and just drinking the gas. So it's not like that. But the Armagnac is nice. It's real mellow. It's real strong and powerful, yes, but it's not like offensive. It tastes like sophisticated heat. That's the best way I can explain it. But it's real good. So like Armagnac, that's a good cognac to drink. Just straight, but just by itself. Another one I like is Grand Marnier. That's my favorite one. Probably out of the majority of the ones that I'll try. Grand Marnier, definitely. Always keep a bottle of that on deck. Yeah, the one I was trying to get today was Douce. I wanted to try that. I haven't tried that one yet, but I want to. And they actually have two different versions. One is a champagne, and then the other one is a cognac. And I'm a fan of the cognac, so that's what I went for. But they ain't have none. Yep, they ain't have none, man. I was like, come on, man, come on. Yeah, there you go. Right, Patron is moonshine. Oh man, yes, very very good way to describe it. Phil said cognac is more of a feeling than a taste. Yes, very good. Champion, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yep, moonshine. Yeah, there's people that make their own moonshine, man. Yeah, people that make their own moonshine. Like I got neighbors that make their own moonshine. I'm like, I ain't drinking that. Like, what you mean you made it? I'm not drinking that. Gonna have me passing out. Yeah, and like just from and you're probably the third person I would say that I kind of just trust the judgment just based on the stuff that I know that you like. I know that you would like something similar to the stuff that I like. You saying it's good, and two other people that I trust their opinion, they said it was real good also. Yeah, that's why I wanted to try it. I was like, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna try the Douce. Yeah, yeah. The champagne that they have, I think they got a champagne. I don't know if is it made by Douce. Is Ace of Spade made by Douce? Is it the same company? It might be. It seemed like it is. But the Ace of Spade is the champagne, and I'm not really a champagne drinker like that. Like I don't really like champagne like that. I know people like to do the whole pop the bottle and everything squirting out the bottle and all that, but I don't really care about all that. I'll be just fine with the yak. I'll be just fine. But yeah, they have a bottle. It's like $300. I think it's called Ace of Spades. Yep, $300. There's some damn champagne. Yeah, yeah, it is. Yes, yeah. So it is the same. Yeah, it's the same people making Ace of Spade and the Douce, I believe. Yep. Yeah, yeah. Like I'm telling you, they telling me that they make moonshine. I'm like, bruh, I will never drink that. I'm like, first of all, what do you mean? You made it. What does that even mean? Like, you got a distillery in your house? Like, nah, man, I ain't drinking that. No, I ain't drinking that. Yep. Somebody said rubbing alcohol. That's terrible. There was a guy that he literally used to go buy rubbing alcohol and drink it. And I think I forgot what happened to his something crazy happened to his liver. But yeah, it was like he was going to get 70% rubbing alcohol and just drinking it. Like, man, come on, man. Come on. Backwoods drinking. Moonshine is like juke joint drinking. As soon as I hear that, I think of the movie The Color Purple immediately. Moonshine. Yeah, I ain't messing with that. I guess that's the same as corn liquor. He belonged on the same show as the lady who ate the drywall. A woman ate drywall like sheetrock. What? People be doing all type of stuff, man. All type like why? Right. That's what I like. Who eats sheetrock? Insanity. People be having real mental illness, man. That's crazy. Mm. Right now, the market is actually not moving bad at all, but it is just not in position quite yet. Yet. Not quite yet. Let me zoom in here. So this is in a new position now above this 2165 strike. Minute and 50. Mm-hmm. Let me just at least open up a ticket, take a closer look. Well, with the market being as stable as it is, I would say that the market is going to hold this position. Um, let me see something. 5-4. Yeah, so this is an instance like you guys may have heard me mention where times where the market is creating a barrier, right? Now, I had mentioned on the last um, market observation, when the market creates a barrier, the proof of it respecting the barrier is clusters. Now, this is the issue. So you see how, you see what the market's doing right now, right? You see how it's holding, and let me see if it actually stays above here. And it actually did stay above. It stayed right above the line. It ended at 5-1. Now, the issue with that right there is this. You don't know yet when the market is creating a position what the position is going to be until the position is created first and then it's tested after it's been created. You have to know already and be confident in the market being so stable that when you see the market creating a position, you know that that position will hold. And I mean hold in relation to your strike. So instead of you doing that, because you don't have to do that, like just now, someone may look at that and be like, oh, look at that held. Yeah, but even though we see that the market is attempting to create a barrier, it hasn't done it yet. But you're looking at what it is doing potentially, and you only even know that because you already know that the market is stable. Like if the market wasn't stable, it wouldn't even, be positioning itself as if it's going to create a barrier that it will respect. It won't even do that because there's too much instability present in the market. But when the market is stable, you can see it gradually making its way. Like, oh, look at how it's moving. Oh, okay, look, it's creating a barrier. Now, as you see it creating a barrier, when that lines up with the timing of an actual binary that you could trade, which is exactly what happened just now, instead of you trading, it's better for you to observe that because you're not going to miss anything by waiting to see if the barrier will be created and respected. Does that make sense? So instead of you kind of like jumping out on a limb, just wait. Just wait. Like you're not going to miss anything if it does hold. You're not going to miss anything if the barrier is created and then ultimately it gets respected again. You understand what I'm saying? It's better that you see that the barrier is created and that the barrier continuously gets respected because what that does is create clusters. So now that's why I said in the last observation that the proof of a barrier is the clusters. Because when you see the clusters of the candles, it means that not only was a barrier created, but it was also retested and then it was respected by the market. And the evidence of that is the fact that you have the candles clustered together because it means that the market retested the barrier multiple times. Does that make sense? So I wanted to mention that because I know that sometimes it can be, I'm not going to say tempting, but sometimes you just may, based on the fact that you're seeing stability in the market, you'll have the confidence and what you see the market doing at the time. And you'll be looking like, yeah, that's gonna hold. It's like you know that it's gonna hold, but it's better if you wait for the barriers and for the clusters to confirm that the market is already doing it relative to that strike price that you're looking at. So just waiting and giving the market more time puts you in a much better position to not have to wonder whether or not, you made the right decision by being confident in what you were looking at the time. Does that make sense? So it's just better to wait. That's kind of the point that I'm making. It is better to wait. Yep. Justice said, how do you know what sheetrock is? When he said drywall, yeah, I know. I know a couple of things, Justin. Oh, snap. That's funny. And Dell, what's going on? Mr. Johnson, what's happening? Shawnee says, yeah, we don't need to be the first to the party. Just wait for the party to get crowded first for the reconfirmation. Right. Right. And, you'll feel a lot more secure in your decision to trade once you have RCB. So look, it's kind of like instead of relying only on one of the tools, you wait for all of the tools. It's the equivalent of that. Why rely on one when you can have all three? You understand what I'm saying? Like some people will try to kind of create a shortcut by only seeing one, and they'll try to rely just on that one, but they're still missing the other parts that they need for the one to be a solid one. So even if you were relying on one, the one that you're relying on is still going to be confirmed by the other two, if that makes sense. So whether you realize it or not, you don't just want one tool, you want that tool to be solid. And so it's kind of it's similar to what I was breaking down about the barrier. You can see a barrier being created, absolutely. You can see it. Now, once the barrier is created, you know that it's there because you'll see clusters. So the clusters prove that the barrier is there. So why not wait for that? Does that make sense? And clusters are they're also going to appear when the market is doing what? Ranging. So you see how they all tie in together when you wait for one. It's like you're waiting for all, because when you're waiting for one that's solid, you can't have the solid one without the other two. In order for the one solid to be there, the other two also have to be there. It's like self-fulfilling. So it's a much better thing for you to do than to try to rush or feel like, oh, I don't want to miss this. There's nothing to miss. There's nothing to miss. Trust me when I tell you. Because by the time, once the market decides that it's doing RCB, and once it does it, when that barrier gets respected again and the market repositions and then sets back up on the same strike, and the timing is there, and then you see the trade come, it's like, oh, look at what we got here. And it's right there in your face. You see, like, so you don't have to try to figure anything else out and wonder, about anything. You don't have to feel like, man, I wonder if this is stable enough. If you're asking if it's stable enough, you know that it ain't stable enough. Because if it was, you wouldn't have to ask that. If that makes sense. Yeah, that. I think that's pretty good right there. Just that whole explanation. Jelani said, "Yeah, when the stability is there, that's where you really need the patience because if the barrier isn't there, but you have the range and the clusters, you just wait for the barrier to be established." Right. Exactly. Put it like this: until the barrier gets established, the clusters don't even look right yet. Think about that one. You'll be like, yeah, I see that they kind of clustering, but there's no barrier there yet. So until you see a barrier, it's like you just see candles all over the place that kind of look like they're clustered together, but they're not positioned relative to anything. So there's no barrier that's in place for them to become relevant. You see what I'm saying? But once the barrier is in place, now everything comes together, and now it's just a matter of the market giving up the trade. But you know that everything is in place now for stability to ensure that the outcome of the trade, if it does set up, is going to be what it's going to be. You know what the outcome is going to be before you even take the trade. Or let me rephrase, before you even receive the trade, you know the outcome of it. That's powerful, man. Yeah, that's powerful. And that right there, that's what separates us from what everyone else would be doing. Because it's easy for people to jump into trade setups. That's easy to do. Trade set up all day. They set up all the time. But they don't always set up at the right time. See? So if the time is not right, something will be off. Something will be missing. There'll be a piece of RCB that's not there, which means that anything that you are seeing is not solid yet. You might be seeing a range, but there's no barrier yet, right? Sometimes you'll see the range already in place, but because the market's out of position, a barrier hasn't been established yet for a relevant strike price for you, which means that there's nothing to do yet still. Oh, but the market is ranging. It's slow. Okay, cool. But until that market actually positions itself so that an actual barrier can be created, you won't have clusters yet. You see what I'm saying? Once the barrier is created, you'll have the clusters and they'll be in the right place. It'll look right. And this is why I always talk about the visual. That's why we use the chart and we use the box and we use the candles and how they look and all of this. You can tell right away that it's out of position whenever you see the candles crossing the line. If you see the candles crossing above and breaking through the top of the box or breaking through the bottom of the box, you know it ain't there. Because the market shouldn't be doing that. If it's positioned properly, it shouldn't be touching the box. It should not be touching the top or the bottom of the box. The same way that if the market is in the middle of the box, it's still out of position because it's not positioned relative to either of the strike prices. So it's not near the top or the bottom of the box either. It's out of position. It's sitting in the middle. Just got to wait it out. But the fact that it is in the middle, you know that it's only a matter of time before the market positions itself. What happens when the market positions itself? You'll see the barrier created. What's the evidence of that? The clusters. And that's why I said on the last observation that you'll know that the barrier is in place solid because the cluster will be there. You'll see the candles clustered together. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. People get set up to just ask the rapper. The market is gangster. Yeah, the market definitely is gangster. Market is gangster. That's a fact. Yep. So that's all it is, and that's why even with me, like right now I'm doing a project, and you'll notice that the project I won't necessarily be in a trade every day. Sometimes you'll see days go by. Sometimes there's probably been during this project at least 4 or 5 days that have gone by in between trades at different times. Has to be. Matter of fact, let me see something. Let me see something real quick. Because I can tell by the day that I actually posted the video on, because I'll post the video the same day or the following day of when I actually was in the trade. So let me take a look at something, because I can see by the space between the days. Yeah, so here's an example. So I had trade number 8, 9, 10, and 11 all came consecutively on 4 days. So the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th, there were trades on each one of those days. Now, from the 7th until the 12th, no trade. So May 7th, so the 8th, 9th, 10th, the 11th. So that's 4 days in between. So in between trade 11 and 12 was 4 days. You see that? Then the next day I had another trade, the 13th. No trade, 14th, 15th, 16th. So another 3 days. Another 3 days. So you see how like there's spaces and gaps of time in between the trades. And I'm doing this on purpose because I want you to see the way that the market is. It's not me. It's not like, oh, well, so Mark, on them days when you didn't get a trade, you just decided not to take a trade. It has nothing to do with me. I'm observing every day. If the market presents the opportunity and I'm there, I'm going to be in the trade. If there's no opportunity that comes, I won't be in any trade. That's it. So this is why you'll have time in between. It's not like, oh, well, he takes trades every day. I don't take a trade every day. I'm not in a trade every day. Period. So with that being the case, whenever the trade ultimately comes, that's when I'll be in the trade. And it doesn't matter how much time went or transpired in between. It might have been the next day. Could be consecutive days where I get one each day. I could go for 3 or 4 days, nothing. Could go for a week, nothing. And it doesn't matter, because the bottom line is that we only have one objective when we do trades, want to know. So this is how you work your way through the project. Because we already now, I think today, the trade I was in today, I think was trade 14. So we like halfway through the project already. And when did this start? Let me go back. When was the first actual trade release? April 24th. No, excuse me, April 23rd. So April 23rd is when I started the project. And now we here, this is May 18th. And we're halfway through the project. So it doesn't even take as much time as you think that it's taking either. it seemed like it's a lot of time because you're going for days at a time sometimes without being in a trade. So in your mind, you're like, man, I ain't get a trade, for a few days now. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. The objective is for you to be present when trades come. And you know that the only trades that I'm referring to are the ones that are going to win, the ones that we know the outcome of. Here, there's a good example of RCB right here. Look at this. And I wouldn't even, just now I didn't see if there was pricing or not, but there probably was not pricing. Where's the market right now? Let me see where this is now. 4.4. Let me see what the barrier is. The barrier is 4.8. So even right here, this is testing the barrier now. So like this is where you observe and just watch. But you can see that the behavior that you're wanting to see is here. You see how the candles are starting to cluster? It's because they're responding to the market attempting to create a barrier here. See that? So if the market creates the barrier and then it respects the barrier, those clusters will be positioned. They'll be positioned. And when you have those candles positioned like that and the barrier is there and the market is ranging and all these things going on, and then the market resets, it'll come back, it'll double back, and it'll try it again many times. Sometimes this will be how you'll have multiple trades in the same window on the same binary on the same strike price. Multiple trades will come. It's because you waited, you see? So you have to wait until the market proves itself, and then once it proves itself, if it decides to do it again, it'll do it again. But in each instance, you're waiting for the market to just simply present RCB. That's all it is. And once it does it, that's gonna end up being the trade that you're in. It won't be some trade that you had to force your way into. It'll be a trade that was just given to you. Like, there it is. This is how it works, man. So just that alone, what I just described, that alone is worth waiting for. That alone is worth you waiting and observing first to see if the barrier is being confirmed, to see if the clusters are going to be positioned properly. It's worth the wait. Come on, man. Come on. Yep. Excuse me. And the top and bottom of the box is always going to be the strikes. Yes. Yep. Yeah. So the top of the box is the top strike, the one that's relevant, and then the bottom is going to be the bottom strike. So like if I reposition the box and came up here like this, now the bottom strike is what the top strike was because of where the candles are now positioned, because the market is now above where the bottom strike is now, which is what the top strike just was before I moved the box. So yes, it's going to be top and bottom. Shawnee, Mark, this challenge, you still moving pretty quickly considering 30 trades of freedom in theory is a 30-week exercise. I know why you're saying that. Yes, if you are framing your discipline and you limit yourself to being in no more than one trade each week, then it's going to just take you about 30 weeks. Is it good to do that? I would say it is good to do that to ensure your discipline is intact. Absolutely. some of you have an uphill battle with discipline and patience. That forces you to become patient and disciplined, because it means that under no circumstance will you be in more than one trade in a week, even if more come. And it also helps you to just calm down, like just relax, log out and relax. Spend your time training more and observing more if you're gonna observe, and not trading as often as you could. Because when you start getting up the feeling to trade, like some of you, I'm seeing and I'm noticing a lot, especially a lot of the newer students, a lot of you are coming in and you're trading soon. Like y'all are trading. And I'm not gonna, say, nah, it's too early for you to trade. But you will find out for yourself that it may be a little too early for you to begin actually taking, to begin being in live trades. That's something that I feel that you're better off finding out for yourself rather than me just telling you. You ain't got no business trading yet. Because I'm telling you that, but I'm telling you that indirectly. If there's certain things that you are still not aware of, if there's certain things that when I speak on them, it confuses you, it's because you're not ready yet. So you need to take more time to train to become ready. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. Some of the newer, students that come into the group, I'm noticing a lot of them are just, they in the market. They sending me videos and everything. They're like, hey, look here, check this out. And it was a trade. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know you was trading. But I am glad that you're sharing your videos. And I would rather you share the videos of you being in the market with me so I can guide you than to not share them with me and just be trading. Don't do that. Like, don't just go off on your own, start trading because you listened to 301 a few times and you caught some live market observations. Don't do that. That's the biggest mistake you can make. If you're going to be in the market, you need to be recording. And when you record, you need to send them videos to me or into the group, because you got to be held accountable for what you're doing in the market. You can't just be doing what you want to do. You have to be held accountable for what you're doing, period. So I think that if you just stick to that, you'll be fine. Regardless of where you are or where you think that you may be right now, in the course of your training and like just what you're doing in the market. Because sometimes, the things that you go through, they force you to go through everything. I'll give you an example. Some people got to lose first. It's bugged out, but it's like there's just some people that are like that. I don't care how much I tell them, don't trade yet, just wait, give it time. They're going to trade. They're going to make a deposit and they're going to be in trade. Now, if you're going to do that anyway, record. Because by you recording, I can see what you're doing. And it's different when I see what you're doing and I either correct you or I confirm what you're doing. Some of y'all send me videos. I'm like, this is it. Send me another one. I'm like, yeah, that's it. So if you're consistently sending me videos and you're observing the market right, you're executing the process right, it means that you are in alignment with the training, without a doubt, because you don't know that until I tell you that that's the case. If you knew that, you wouldn't send me the video. Does that make sense? If your confidence was where it needed to be, you wouldn't have to send me nothing. But the reason that you send me a video is because you don't want to be the dude that's just in the market trading, losing eventually, and not understanding why you lost, and then got to go through the whole emotion of it. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing like it's a terrible feeling when you win a bunch of trades and then you lose. When you don't understand why you lost. Now you want answers. You see? So now you want to come to me, oh Mark, I was doing well, then I took a L. Well, if you don't have a recording, I can't help you because I don't know what you did. Then you trying to explain to me what happened in the market. Oh, well, what the market did, it was doing this at first, and then the last 5 seconds it did that. Again, I can't see what you were looking at. I don't know what the market looked like. I have no idea what you did. I don't know. So I can't even give you an accurate, feedback that's going to help you to actually break through whatever you need to overcome at the time because you didn't record. But if you record, I can see what's going on. No matter what. That's why I'm saying if you're gonna be in the market anyway, record. That should be a part of you trading. If you're trading, you should be recording too. Period. Oh, I forgot to click record. You just forget to click record every time, huh? Like you done told me that the last 5 times. Come on, like stop forgetting to click record. You got to record. So that accountability, I'm telling you, that accountability is what will elevate you to the skill level that you want to be at. Because you don't want to have kind of skill. Like, oh, you kind of got skill. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be the guy that has the skill set. And the only way that you're going to do that is by being held accountable as you train and you develop the skill set. That's the only way to become that guy. The dude with the skill set is the one that trains, records, posts, gets feedback, gives feedback. Those are the ones that are going to elevate. If you're not doing that, you're cheating yourself because you're not being held accountable. And it doesn't make sense for you to have recording and then don't share the recording. If you record and then you going back in your mind and you're like, oh, I could have done this better. Now here you go trying to curve fit what you seeing in the recording. That ain't gonna work either. Because you going back now, you looking, you already know that hindsight is 2020. So you're looking back now like, oh, okay. So next time I'm gonna do it like this. Again, you're looking at the way you're entering into the trade, but you're not paying attention more so to why you're entering into the trade. And that's where you need to be. You need to be at that point. You're only going to get at that point if you record, post, and share with us. Because we're always going to look at the market first. We don't care about the trade. You like if you're asking a trade question, that's the wrong question. Oh, Mark, was this, how was this entry? Did I wait too long? Well, first of all, I'm looking at the market. You asking me about the trade. We're on two different planes altogether. You need to be on the plane where the question is a market question, not a trade question. Not, oh, well, how was my entry? But how did the market look? Mark, how did the market look to you here? That should be what your question is. You see? Because that's going to explain whether or not the trade that you entered even made sense in the first place. And half the time, it don't make no sense because you were chasing the market. You were chasing that trade. You were chasing the money. You were chasing the bag. You were in trade mode. So we just want to ensure that you don't develop those bad habits because they're terrible habits. Being in trade mode is dangerous because it's going to lead to you losing, and then you losing has an emotional effect on you. It gives you PTSD. It's hard to recover from PTSD. It take a lot. So Don't even go in that direction. Accountability, man. That's the key right there. Very good. Here we go. Look. Andel, he just set it up yesterday. That's the recording software, Screencast-O-Matic. Yep. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post it in the chat. Right there. That's the website for it. So you can record your everything. Record for free. The paid version lets you do a lot more, and the paid version is cheap. I forgot how much it is, but it's real cheap. Lets you do everything right from your browser. Come on, man. So there's no excuse for not recording. Yep, recording going to be the difference between you becoming super successful with this and having an uphill battle with this. Like, which one do you want? For real though. Which one do you want? There you go. Stacy said it's $48 for a year. See? Come on, man. Come on. No, it's no excuse. Yep. No excuse. All right, man. Yeah, man, I'm going to bed. I need to go to bed. I'm playing myself. I gotta get up and go to the dentist in the morning. I'm over here messing with y'all. All right, y'all. So y'all know what it is, man. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. Tomorrow I won't see y'all at all. I'll be doing birthday stuff. So I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I'll be around in the group chat. I'm always in there. But other than that, no podcast, none of that. All right. All right, y'all. So once again, I appreciate everybody for the birthday wishes and all that. Everybody have an awesome evening. And get your Z's. All right, I'm out. Y'all know what it is. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. All right, y'all. Peace.
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.